Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Matt Bernier, the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day, weather permitting, for Friday, February the 17th, is race number 6 at Santa Anita. We're going 6 furlongs. It's an optional claiming event for 4-year-olds and up. Let's take a look at the field. And again, folks, head on over to the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com, download those free Formulator past performances, and handicap along with us. We hope these 6 get to play.
It sounds at the very least, if they do run, it's going to be wet, and that's stressing if they do run, because if the amount of rain that shows up that's projected it's going to be hard to imagine them running the card Friday afternoon at Santa Anita. Hopefully the rain doesn't show up.
And it's a shame because this is a small but pretty select group of horses. I can make a strong case for 5 out of the 6 in here. The number 1 is Well Measured. We've got a formulator fact for Well Measured's really solid trainer, Richard Baltas. Past 3 years, older dirt sprinters making the second start after the claim. 44% and a $3.28 ROI. This horse ran well in the California Cup Sprint last time out, albeit with a perfect trip.
He had a perfect trip. He ran very well that day. I thought for a minute he was going to be able to get the Richards Boy. It's also worth thinking about. Richards Boy, he may have some distance issues as far as even 6 furlongs is concerned. The fact that this horse couldn't quite get to him, I was a little bit disappointed with that. The big thing with Well Measured going into that spot was his recent form had been awful. Right. Now it really comes down to, if you believe that Cal Cup Sprint, he has a giant chance in here. If you think that was a one-off situation, which I'm a little bit sort of on that side, do you want to take a short price on a horse that prior to that most recent start, his form was god-awful? No, I don't.
I don't either, and I think he's going to take a lot of money, and deservedly so, based on that 98, dropping out of a good, solid, state-bred stake, but he just had such a perfect trip, a 3-ply duel right in front of him. He was sitting all by himself, content to be licking his chops as he came 4 wide into the stretch. And as is the case with Well Measured, he started lugging in a little bit in the stretch, and he just couldn't get there. It was a good performance. He could easily win this race, but at a short price, there are other horses that could easily beat him at perhaps better odds.
And if you are someone that buys into the weight, he's the high weight at 124 pounds. It's just enough here for me that I want to say, you know what, if he beats me, so be it.
Now here's a real specific formulator fact that I'm not sure I want to buy into just yet. Peter Miller has the 2. Distinctive B. Past 5 years, older dirt sprinters, minor layoffs, optional claimer, Santa Anita. 0 for 26.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Peter Miller we're talking about. Guy wins 25%, the current Santa Anita B. Guy usually wins 20%. Just weird. I mean, Distinctive B on his own won as an older dirt sprinter with a 31 to 60 day left, but at Los Alamitos 2 starts back.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to hold that stat against him. It is what it is. I mean, you can't deny the fact that it's 0 for 26, but with a quality horse like this, coming out of such a strong race, and that was a strong race that he ran in January the 8th, I think he's got a big chance in here. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of trip he works out, because there's other speed in here, particularly drawn just to his outside with Boldly True. You also have the other Miller on the far outside who's got a little bit of gas. I don't know. I mean, do you want to just try to speedball this field, go right to the top and say, come and catch me?
I think that's the plan. He is a little bit versatile, but I think he's at his best when he's controlling things up front. And I think with this inside post, it kind of forced Tyler's hands a little bit. He ticks a lot of boxes except for the price one. Last time out in that optional claimer, no match for Mo Candy, who came back to run a good enough second in the Grade 2 Palos Verdes with a 98 Beyer speed figure. Just seemed to be, I think, was scratched out of the Palos Verdes. Peter Miller didn't want him to face his strong, uncoupled stablemate, St. Joe Bay. But in that race against Mo Candy, he made a nice, long, wide run through the turn. He was second best. I think with a better trip, perhaps closer to the pace, he's got a big shot. The 3 is Boldly True. This horse showed brief speed last time out, in for 50. I thought that was kind of a weak race, restricted to 4-year-olds. Now he's in against saltier, older horses, but throw out Hollendorfer at your own risk.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's one of those things, past 5 years, dirt sprint, second off the bench at Santa Anita. He's 17 for 69.43 in the money with a 2.5 ROI, so you're looking at about a 25% clip, which is basically what Hollendorfer whacks at normally. I don't know, I just look at this horse on paper and say he's a little bit slow, isn't he?
He's a little bit slow on paper, and this is a pretty strong field. Plus he's got pace, and you mentioned there are other paces in the race that might compromise him. Is it over for Kentucky? And Hollendorfer also has Kentucky. It's a shame if it is, because at one point in his career, just supremely talented, winner of the Grade 3 Laz Barreri, popped a 101 Beyer speed figure that day, and just things have never really gone right for him physically since then. Now the blinkers are coming back off. I have no idea what we're going to get. Mike Smith, though, is enticed.
I don't know what we're going to get either. Like you say, early on in his career, he showed glimpses of what could be serious ability. He just hasn't been able to stay together. You see that long layoff that you had between July of 15 and July of 16, and then we have another layoff from September of last year. I mean, I suppose if he can still run, he's got a big chance in here, but I don't want to bank on it, particularly when you look and see this is a horse that's gone off favored in 6 of his 7 lifetime starts. He's never been higher than 7-2. Even at 7-2, he's not appealing to me.
The number 5, Blame It on the Law, likes a wet track, and that could be half the battle on Friday afternoon at the Great Race Place. A winner 2 starts back in a race that was washed off of the turf, and they took advantage of a little bit of hitting up front. Same situation could happen in here, and that 94 Buyer Speed figure 2-back, if you buy it, boy, he's a contender with the right setup.
I kind of feel like this is a horse that's just slowly putting it all together. They clearly thought a lot of him. They paid $320,000 for him, and you look at the early stages of his career, he goes out in blowout fashion on debut, comes back and runs in 2 Grade 1s. I don't want to hold either one of those against him. He ran at a Nyquist both times. Then he runs in a stake and he's gone for almost a year. And it just seems like he's slowly getting right back on track. I thought the run 2-back, not only because it was on a wet track, but the way that he moved, and maybe he was with the flow of the racetrack that day, if you believe the color-coded sort of things in Timeform US as far as the ratings are concerned. I just thought he had a good trip, but I thought he did a lot of running. I love the fact that once he got into the clear, he leveled off, went on with it. The turf, that doesn't bother me.
No.
I understand that, they tried to get him on that 2 starts back, and he did run on the turf last time out and 3-back. I just think this is a sort of horse that's finally putting it all together, and I think he could work out a really good trip.
I think he'd be a square price one more time in this field. The 6 is Texas 2-Step, who went over sloppy going under Victor last time out for Peter Miller, a horse that can work out a good tracking trip, perhaps on the outside and in the clear, but he's taken a big step up in class, and he needs to run a little bit faster.
And boy, hasn't he just been stuck at this level forever? They had to go down to 32 open last time, and he got the job done, and he looked good. I had no problem with that, but boy, I'm not going to count them all for you right now, but I have at least 10 times that he's tried this level and he hasn't been able to get through.
Let's take a look at our top selections for our Friday Formulator race of the day. You like the 5, Blame It on the Law, and I think you really made a nice case for him. It looks like he's getting good at the right time. He's only started 10 times. He seems to have a lot of upside potential. He's in the right hands, and hey, turf to wet dirt's worked for him in the past.
It certainly has. I think that's a positive move. The only concern that I may have is maybe the distance. Maybe he wants a little bit more, 6.5 or 7, but I like him here and I agree with you. I think he's going to be a square price.
5-2 for Matt, 2-1-5 for me. I like Distinctive B with that really specific negative formulator fact notwithstanding. I just think Tyler's going to send him to the front. This is a horse that's put together several Buyer Speed figures for Peter Miller in the past. Good enough to win this. Couple of 97s, even the 94 from last time out, but I would like him to be closer to the pace than last time. If you are playing the Friday Santa Anita card from home, a $300 sign-up bonus is waiting at drf.com/trifecta. Join DRF Bets for a huge bonus. Approximate post time for race number 6 at Santa Anita on Friday, 3:30 Pacific. Best of luck.